Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another Walking Dead character video. Today we will be looking at Abraham's family, that being of course Ellen Ford, Abraham Ford Jr. aka AJ, and Becca Ford. Ellen is of course female. She is played by Andrea Moore. She is early to mid 20s and first appeared in Self-Help. AJ is of course male. He is played by Drake Ethan Light. He is 10 and first appeared in Self-Help. Becca is of course female. She's actually played by an unknown actress. She is about 5 to 10 years old and first appeared in Self-Help. Before the outbreak, Ellen of course met military man Abraham Ford and fell in love with the man. I mean, who could resist? She married the man and they lived in Texas together. That's right. The two had 2 children, Becca and AJ, aka Abraham Jr. Both children went to elementary school, and when the outbreak began, the Ford family stuck together. The family eventually went to a grocery store early into the apocalypse and stayed there for a bit, and just before the flashback when we see the Ford family, 4 men arrived and Abraham violently beat them to death. Now it's unclear exactly what the intentions of the men were, but most likely they probably attempted to harm Ellen and her children in some way. In Season 5, during a flashback, after Abraham has thoroughly beaten those men to death, Ellen hides her children away from her husband and the children's father under this cash register desk thing. Abraham calls out and comes to them. Ellen, AJ and Becca turn to face Abraham, terrified. He steps closer to his family and Ellen jolts back. AJ stares at his father down in fear, whilst Becca can't even bear to look at him, hiding behind her mother. Abraham tells his wife she's safe now, that he's stopped the men, meaning she doesn't have to be scared, but she shakes in fear, clearly scared of Abraham, as do AJ and Becca too. That night, the family all sleep, but Ellen stays up, and whilst Abraham sleeps, she leaves with Becca and AJ, leaving Abraham a note reading, "Don't try to find us." However, sadly, Ellen and her kids don't make it too far. Off screen, they're attacked and killed by zombies. In the morning, Abraham finds his family. First, he sees Ellen, who's been devoured, and then he sees both AJ and Becca, who were also devoured by walkers. Abraham likely buried them after Eugene stopped him from killing himself. R.I.P. Ellen, Becca, and AJ Ford. Always found the flashback scene so tragic, but I also always thought there must be some more to it, because if those 4 men were trying to hurt or even rape Ellen and or Abraham's kids, why would Ellen be so shocked and scared of her husband for what he did to them? Maybe the men were just a bit too rowdy and Abraham didn't want to take the chance. I don't know, I kind of like the more grey area aspect of it, instead of just making them evil rapists. The deaths of Abe's family, though, inform everything he is. He was literally going to blow his brains out because of his family's death, but he found a new purpose with Eugene. That's why it's so crushing to him when he finds out Eugene lied about this cure. I like the flashback, just wish they heavily implied those dudes Abe killed weren't that terrible. I don't know, I just think that way it'd explain it more why Ellen fled. Tell me your thoughts on Ellen, AJ and Becca, and let's spin that wheel. Let's pick another Walking Dead character profile. Doing German from the Grady Memorial Hospital.